We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll take this across the 25. Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go! 50, plant. Protein spell. Bam, bam. Check 25. Check 25. Check 26. Check 5. Look at me. Door. Hard. Check. Now.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike. Under. Watch the run. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go, 47. Echo. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Vick now. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Vick. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now here's Vick. This one complete to Lacey. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already. As he'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, Wahoo! It's our time. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
To throw, Vick. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Vick readies to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. You got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Slam.
We're going to 54. Why? Gun. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Here we go.
Check 53's mine. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine. Check
26.
They'll run on first down. Sims. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 46-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
We're going to 53.
6 guys.
26.
Now a give right side. It's Buchanan. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Check 53.
Kill.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
He can't hang. He's not.
26.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 53.
Go. Get out there. Here we go. Go to 54. Why?
Oh,
26.
Prescott now. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Shoot. Jam.
Here we go. Go to 54. Why?
Check.
Here we go. Go to 54. Why? 26.
Now a give right side. It's Sims. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy, because normally from this range, About 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Let's go. Check 43.
Rock it.
Watch the ship.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
57. I got you.
2.
On 2nd down, Griggs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready to break.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Bang.
Go out.
Bang. Wide.
Yo.
They'll try the left side. Griggs. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. It's the Chiefs that have jumped out to the early lead against the Raiders. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
the best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That's it. Here we go. There we go.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, defense, let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Dallas passing game definitely in sync. They've got another first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
53's the Mike, 53, check 53. Danny.
We're going to 53.
Say, Joker.
26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, he gets it to Sims, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. And again, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
We're going to 54. One here. Here we go, 47.
From the 29, Prescott looking for Cooper. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Check three. Check three. Check.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up
On second and 11 now. Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But now it'll be third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You ain't doing nothing. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert flag, alert flag, flag. Check it back, check it back. Whip, 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 whip.
Go to 54, go to 54, 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
47.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Count. 47.
53 is the mic. Yeah.
We're going to 54. 26.
Elliott running right. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Hassan Reddick coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
They can't stop me out here.
Under. Hey, 47. 26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, third quarter in Indy. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first. Back now in Arlington. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
A first down throw coming for Vick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing, Vick. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Vick. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, watch it.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bills will add on to their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Ed Oliver in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. Eli Harrell in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That's the story of the game. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Elliott.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Vick now from the 50. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. Uses the stiff arm. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. Prescott now. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will add on to their lead. The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
From the gun, Vic. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill, 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 kill.
We're going to 54. Why in? 26.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Gun. Hey, kill. 47. Let's go. 26.
First down, Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
To throw, Vic. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. And now we've got a man a little jumpy here. Maybe trying to block the extra point. Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Bills, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.